According to some analysis, Kama is back in the PDP. And I said earlier, I'm not laughing, but it's getting interesting and causing some of us sleep because we look into some of the political happenings in Nigeria because we know how it will pan out in the coming election and the Nigerians in general. Truly, when the gods want to kill a man, or when the spirits want to kill a dog, they say it hardens the dog's sense of smell. That is exactly what is happening in the PDP right now. I can tell you. Um, it's not funny. Um, when we are thinking they are going to be able to resolve their issues, more are happening. And the way things are going right now, they might be washing their dirty linens outside soon because the whole matter is getting very personal and no more in the national interest. Like they tell us that whatever they are discussing or whatever is happening will be to the interest of Nigerians. And my own interest is how the wranglings, the settlements, the rocks they are hitting in their settlement processes will be of national interest and help to Nigerians. I started by saying that Kama is back in the PDP. What is repeating itself now is something that has happened before in the PDP. Let's say a secondus was by all means undone by a Wike. And then a presidential or an election was ruined by an Atiku and 5 members of a PDP in 20 between 2015 and 2019. The same scenario is repeating itself now in the PDP. Just recently, 5 governors and top heads of the PDP presidential campaign council pulled out. And I earlier talked about the fake peace that the PDP board of trustees and its leadership are pursuing in the way they are handling the Wike stuff. The whole thing started from the primaries and their internal constitution about which region provides candidates of the highest power. When they said they are throwing their party presidential contest open to everybody. That for me looked like it was an excuse to get an article solely have the upper hands. And then that same decision didn't augur well when some people like Peter Obi left the party. He was smart enough to leave. But you know, Wike is somebody that is trapped in his ego and trapped by his utterances as well. Because he has said he's a man of character and he cannot leave the PDP. For me, there's nothing character about APC and PDP because they are merely platforms to get to the corridors of power in Nigeria. So on that grounds, I feel anybody can leave. If it's on the grounds of ideology, they don't have anyone. I have said earlier that the PDP, the APC do not have any clear-cut ideology other than political gimmicks and game. They show you that they know how to play the draft and play the game and win, undo whoever they want to do and all that. For me, it's not about policy. If it's about, sorry, about ideology, if it's about ideology, I will understand. So at this point, that is why I'm saying Wike is somebody that is trapped by his ego and his utterances. Otherwise, with the level of what do I call it? I want to get a good name for it. The level of undoing and the level of whitewashing they've been doing to him and his own interests, he would have left the party. After all, it's about their interest, about perpetuating themselves in office and power. So, but the same thing happening now to Wike. He has caused or allowed or made or become an instrument to happen to another person. He saw to the coming of an IU as chairman, and now he wants the removal of an IU. Um, and people are saying, how can you be instrumental to still removing the same thing you felt was needed at the time? And for Atiku, the same script he played in 2015 when he pulled his weight with his men to the coalition of the AC and all the thing that bettered APC is what is happening to him now. With this wrangling, we already know where PDP is headed. And there is no need for Makinde of Oyo State and some other governors to say they will help Atiku lose the election, because they are giving him a good ground to say, this is why I lost the election, because he's going to lose the election. These are not people Nigerians want at this time. They have refused to understand that there is a wave. There is a wave. There is a breeze blowing that want to remove everything that has kept Nigeria where it is right now. It's a free world. Everybody can be trying. If you work well, God will show you mercy. These are natural laws. And the way they are working now, PDP is gone. They will keep fighting this battle until the election is over. Watch what I said. Even if they find common grounds to forge ahead, it will still not get them the election. And Enrique is made up. Enrique is a made-up mind. He will remain in the party because of his utterances, and yet his candidate will not win the election. And then he too is going nowhere, because some people are of the view that if you stay in the party and the same structures of the party that will bet you or bring you some of the things you would want and fight, and you're fighting it, that you too will lose. Well, that's why I say when the spirits want to kill a dog, it will close the dog's sense of smell or perception, so that he will hit the rocks. Wike, only God knows his program, because these are career politicians that would want to remain, and they have failed to realize that we are no longer playing the kind of politics that is being played before. If there are secret promises that are making them act the way they are acting, but well, I can't say there are. If there are, I don't think that Enrique will succeed with other candidates of other parties. Well, one of the reasons Atiku left Wike is because he's seen as a strong head, as in somebody. They say person wey no dey fear people to bite the bum. He's seen as that kind of person that can fight his boss. That's why they did everything to whitewash and say it's an Okowa that will vice Atiku. After all, he's coming from the east or southeast or south and their permutation. Whatever it is, an Okowa cannot pull the strength a Wike will pull. but they are afraid of the Wike because Wike is another bourgeois that you cannot eat his ear. So having that fear, they left him. The deception started from beginning. Tambowal or who dropped, and then their party chairman is now congratulating him to say you are the hero of this primaries or whatever, making it feel like there was an agreement somewhere to undo a particular person, and it played out very well. Well, looking at Makinde too, one of the cronies of Wike in this fight, people are arguing that if they are saying we are not going to support an article in the presidential election, will it be easier to for him after a little while, maybe like a week later in the governorship election, to say vote for me under the same platform of the PDP, where it is perceived that you are doing some anti-party activities? Then the question also is, can the PDP expel all of them? In fact, the PDP found himself in a dilemma with this whole thing, and I know, well, sometimes people will say that it is God answering the prayers of some quarters or some other parties, because the confusion is playing to the favor of their opponents and other parties. The PDP, I've not seen the big heads in the PDP, aside the people fighting, that can bring a PDP back. The PDP is dying a natural death. The APC is gone. No matter how they fight, no matter the words they use to encourage themselves, Nigerians are tired with an APC and a PDP. The question is, the third force, are you putting your house in order yet? Well, God seems to be on the side of the third force, and Nigerians are optimistic and hopeful that they can unseat the APC and the PDP. But what is also playing out in Lagos State is of concern, because it's the same people in these parties that will come back to mess up the third force. They are all coming. The PDP is in a dilemma, and